Let's get right into it. Number 10. The Ethiopian Calendar. If you flew to Ethiopia right now, you would travel back in time by 7 years. Not as a joke, not as a metaphor. The entire country is currently living in the year 2019. While the rest of the world was panicking about Y2K, Ethiopians were chilling. They didn't hit that milestone until 2008. This is because the Ethiopian Orthodox Church calculated the birth of Jesus on a different date than the Catholic Church. They were off by about 7 to 8 years. Neither side budged, so Ethiopia just kept its own calendar and never looked back. The Ethiopian calendar has 13 months, 12 months with exactly 30 days each, and a 13th month at the end of the year that lasts only 5 or 6 days. Their new year falls on September 11th, and their tourism board once used the slogan, 13 months of sunshine. When the Ethiopian millennium finally arrived in 2007, they threw a massive party with concerts and fireworks. The rest of the world had already done that 7 years earlier. Ethiopia got to have a second millennium party, while everyone else was just having a regular Tuesday. Number 9. The Greenland shark's slow-motion life. There's a shark swimming in the Arctic right now that was born before the United States existed, not a descendant of that shark. That actual shark. The Greenland shark lives for up to 400 years. It's one of the oldest living animals on the planet. Its heart beats once every 10 seconds. It swims at about 0.7 miles per hour, slower than you walk. It is a life lived in extreme slow motion. This shark doesn't even start looking for a mate until it's around 150 years old. By the time this shark goes on its first date, your entire family tree for the last 5 generations has already lived and died. Scientists figure out their age by taking a sample from the lens of their eye. The lens forms when the shark is born and never changes. It contains a perfect radiocarbon record of the year it was born, like a tree ring, but creepier. The oldest one found was estimated to be around 392 years old. It was born around the time the Pilgrims landed in America. It was there for the Revolutionary War, both world wars, the moon landing, and the invention of the internet. All of it, just slowly drifting through the Arctic, completely unbothered. Number 8. The 2038 problem. For most computers, time didn't start at the Big Bang. It started on January 1st, 1970, at midnight. This is the Unix epoch, a starting point engineers picked for convenience. Every time your computer tracks time, it's just counting the seconds since that exact moment. But those computers store that number in a container that can only hold so much, a 32-bit signed integer, and that container has a limit of about 2.1 billion seconds. 2.1 billion seconds after January 1st, 1970, lands on January 19th, 2038, at exactly 3:14 a.m. On that day, the number gets too big to store. The container overflows. The clock doesn't just stop. It resets to the most negative number possible. To the computer, the date will instantly become December 13th, 1901. This is the Y2K38 problem. Any system still running old 32-bit software could malfunction. Think about older power grids, hospital equipment, or traffic systems. Machines that nobody thinks about because they just quietly work. Most modern systems have already been updated to a bigger container that won't overflow for another 292 billion years. But somewhere out there, there's a computer in a basement that has had January 19th, 2038 circled on its calendar since the day it was built, and it is patiently counting down. Number 7. The Great Unconformity. Imagine you're reading a book, but someone ripped out 1 billion pages from the middle. You go from chapter 1 straight to chapter 1,000,001,001. No explanation, just gone. That's exactly what happened to Earth's rock layers. Geologists call it the Great Unconformity, a massive 1 billion year gap in Earth's geological record. Every year, sediment builds up, creating layers like a giant lasagna. The deeper you dig, the further back in time you go. But in places like the Grand Canyon, you hit this gap. You can put one hand on a rock layer that's 500 million years old, and right below it, you can touch a layer that is 1.7 billion years old. An entire eon of Earth's story just vanished. And this gap shows up on every continent. It's a global deletion, like someone hit Ctrl-Z on an unfathomable amount of history. One theory is that a massive ice age, called Snowball Earth, turned the planet into a giant ball of ice. Glaciers miles thick may have scoured the continents, grinding away over 1 billion years of rock like a cosmic eraser. Nobody actually knows for sure. It's Earth's biggest cold case, a clean, sharp line in the rock where time simply stops, and then starts again like nothing happened. Number 6. The French Revolutionary Calendar. After the French Revolution, the leaders didn't just want to execute the king, they wanted to execute the entire calendar. They decided the 7-day week was too religious and inefficient, so they replaced it with a 10-day week. You worked for 9 days and then got 1 day off. Imagine telling your coworker, "See you in 9 days." Then they went after the clock. A day was now 10 hours long. Each hour was 100 decimal minutes. Each minute was 100 decimal seconds. This meant that asking for the time required doing math. They also renamed all 12 months. Instead of January, you had Nivos, which meant snow. Instead of July, you had Thermidor, which meant heat. Finally, they renamed the days themselves. Each day was named after a plant, an animal, or a tool. One day was named pig. Another was named manure cart. Nothing says freedom like celebrating the manure cart. The whole system lasted approximately 12 years. It was a complete disaster. Nobody outside France could figure out what day or time it was. Napoleon eventually scrapped the whole thing in 1806 and quietly went back to the old calendar, proving that you can overthrow a king, but you cannot overthrow Tuesday. Number 5. Mars time. A day on Mars is 24 hours and 39 minutes long. That doesn't sound like a big deal, but for the scientists at NASA who control the Mars rovers, those 39 extra minutes are a nightmare. The rovers are solar-powered, so they only work during Martian daylight. This means the scientists have to be awake and working at the exact same time as the rover. They have to live on Mars time. Every single day, their work schedule shifts forward by 39 minutes. Day 1, they start at 9 a.m. Day 2, 9:39 a.m. Day 3, 10:18 a.m. A month later, they're starting work at 3 a.m. It's like a permanent creeping jet lag that never stops. NASA gives these scientists special watches that run on Mars time. Team members have described it as feeling completely disconnected from Earth. Their bodies have no idea what's happening. They're hungry at weird times, tired at weird times, and awake at 4 a.m. staring at the ceiling. Some of them put blackout curtains over their windows, so their brains can't tell if it's day or night. No sun, no schedule, just work. And Mars. Number 4. The Aymara language's backwards future. In almost every language on Earth, the future is in front of you, and the past is behind you. We look forward to the future and leave the past behind. But the Aymara people of Bolivia and Peru have it completely backwards. Literally. In their language, the past is in front of you, the future is behind you. Their logic is actually airtight. The past is what you have already seen and experienced. It is known, so it makes sense to place it in front of you, where you can see it. The future is unknown and unseen, so obviously, it must be behind you, where you can't see it. You are simply walking backwards into it, completely blind. The Aymara language even has hand gestures to match. When talking about the past, a speaker will gesture forward, in front of their body. When talking about the future, they gesture backward, over their shoulder. This isn't just a figure of speech. Cognitive scientists studied this and confirmed it's how the Aymara people genuinely conceptualize time. It's a reminder that even our most basic ideas, like which way time flows, are not universal. Number 3. The Immortal Jellyfish. Most living things have a deal with time. You're born, you grow up, you get old, you die. That's the contract. Every single thing on this planet signed it, except one. Meet Turritopsis dorni. It's a tiny jellyfish, about the size of your pinky nail, and it found a loophole. When this jellyfish gets old, sick, or stressed out, it does something that should be impossible. It reverts back to being a baby, not a younger adult, a literal baby. It shrinks down into its earliest stage of life, a tiny blob stuck to the ocean floor. Then it grows up all over again. Same jellyfish, new body. Scientists call this process transdifferentiation, where its cells just forget what they were supposed to be and become something else entirely. Its muscle cells can become nerve cells or egg cells. Every cell in its body hits the reset button. There is no known limit to how many times it can do this. It can be killed by being eaten or from disease, but it cannot die of old age. Barring an accident, it is biologically immortal. It does not age, it just cycles. Number 2. Tachysensia. Imagine you're sitting in class, everything is normal. Then suddenly, without warning, everything speeds up. Your teacher's voice goes high-pitched and fast, like a chipmunk on caffeine. The world around you moves like it's in a fast-forward video. Sounds get louder and faster. Everything feels frantic and out of control, but nothing actually changed. Your brain just decided to lie to you. This is tachysensia. It's a rare neurological condition where your brain suddenly perceives time as moving much faster than it really is. Think of it like someone secretly cranked up the playback speed of reality, and only you can tell. It's often reported in children and adolescents. You're just a kid trying to get through your day, and then your brain decides to throw a full-on speed glitch at you. Scientists think it might be related to migraines or changes in the temporal lobe. Episodes usually last for a few minutes. Then, just as suddenly as it started, everything goes back to normal, like nothing ever happened, which is somehow even more unsettling. Number 1. Retrocausality. What if a choice you make tomorrow is already changing something right now? Not a metaphor, an actual measurable effect happening in the present, caused by an event in the future. This is called retrocausality, and some of the smartest physicists alive think it might be real. Quantum physics has this deeply weird problem. An unobserved particle can act like a wave, existing in multiple places at once, but the moment you measure it, it collapses and picks just one spot. For decades, scientists assumed this was normal cause and effect, but then came an experiment called the delayed choice quantum eraser. In it, a decision made after a particle has already finished its journey seems to change what path that particle took in the past. If scientists decide to check which path the particle took, it acts like a particle. If they decide to erase that information, it acts as if it were a wave all along. The particle's past behavior changes depending on a future choice. Physicist John Wheeler, who designed a version of this experiment, said it suggests our future choices might be reaching back and changing what already happened. Some physicists believe retrocausality could solve major puzzles in quantum mechanics like spooky action at a distance. There's no spooky connection. The effect just traveled backward in time, which means the line between cause and effect might not be as solid as you think. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.